Okay, fracking is short for hydraulic fracturing. It's a way of extracting methane gas or natural gas out of the Earth's crust by using very, very high pressure water, chemicals and sand to break apart shale rock. It is called high volume and high pressure fracking. You'll miss my kisses. You'll miss me, honey, when you're gone away. Oh, I feel so... We're presenting a petition of 1,400 signatures of mostly local people. Then at 6:30 there's the full council meeting where we'll have a few minutes of public participation. And there are 5 people from Frack Free York who are going to be talking about the petition and why they want the council not to allow fracking in York. If you look at the precautionary principle, if you're pro-fracking, you have to prove that it's safe. So you have to address the criticisms that Frack Free York has of fracking, and you have to prove to us that it's safe.
We now see this potential future stretching out in front of us. So it's perhaps no particular surprise that in the UK here, support for fracking is plummeting. And that's despite the pro-fracking cheerleading that we're continually subjected to from the highest levels of government and from industry.
It's our future that you're gambling with. Please, this is what we elect councillors for, to think about and safeguard our futures while we get on with our daily lives. Thank you.
Subsurface and what do they think is down there. You asked about the protests and about the debate, and I'm really interested in trying to increase the quality of the debate. There's a lot of misinformation flying around in the anti-campaigns and in the pro-campaigns. There's a lot of misinformation on both sides. There's a lot of fear, and some of that fear is legitimate. Bad things have happened in the US, and there's been some really quite bad practice happened that's resulted in damage to the environment and damage to animal and human health.
Well, this time I've been here for 2 days, but I've been back and forth for last month. So I've spent about 3 weeks in total on camp. I'm here because of that in background. It's not good for any part of his land. It's not good for his water, it's not good for his economy, it's not good for his agriculture, which you can see behind me is, lush. This is Britain's breadbasket. This is where we get his food from, agriculture. And whatever that's happening, we can't build a better world. We've got so much more we could be doing with today's technology that's getting left.
I've been watching the fracking saga in the UK unfold since Balcombe, and after watching the escapades of the Greater Manchester Police at Barton Moss and the brutality involved there, I thought the fracking movement could use a little bit of assistance with regard to documentation and videographing. There's been an awful lot of speculation about the police and the corporations working hand in hand. I've seen some evidence of that, so I thought I'd get on board at Nottingham, Daneshill, and after Daneshill finished, we came to Hull.
I felt when I first came to visit West Newton, and I visited here very sort of early on when the camp first started, and there was one person sat here under a leaky green tarpaulin. It was raining and it was wet and it was cold, but I just felt something an affinity with this place, really. That's why I felt so strongly about coming here. I gave up my job, my home, my pension, everything to come out here because I felt so passionately that this was where I needed to be at this moment in time.
The reason I'm here is, of course, because of the fracking. Well, inverted commas, test fracking. The test sites on quite a lot of places. I'm here with a relatively small number of people because everyone can't be in the same place at the same time.
I get a feeling of doing something right. I'm a person guided by my morals. I like to feel that I'm making good moral choices, and being here is a good moral choice. Even if we fight as hardest and we fail, at least I'll have felt that I fought. I did something. I didn't sit around and wait for it to all go wrong. I tried to stop it.
So it's almost like, so if you want to record and you've got an SD card, you bring the SD card, say, I've got this file on there, I get it, look at the date, bang, put it all in the middle in a nice tidy order. That's all we're going to do, is going to do that and hand it to them people and say, now get on with it. And at the same time take legal representation. On the SD card, I can have it up online in 15 minutes.
Well, me and you will start that chuffing protest out. Me and you will go into what will look publicity.
Well, the cause is the cause, isn't it?
Yeah.
Many thanks for your work in monitoring the activities at the Rathlin site in West Newton. You are a wonderful community who care for the environment and the people. We appreciate everything you do. You ensure fracking remains a very public issue. You help people stay informed and make up their own minds about the industry.
Well, the bigger picture that I see is that 65% of this country is about to be fracked against the wishes of the population of the UK. Corporations aren't living entities and they just roll straight over the people, so the little people gain nothing.
So far, this compound has cost over 8.6 million in such a short period of time. Imagine if they'd invested that 8.6 million into the surrounding villages. These villages could virtually be self-sufficient on renewables.
If we can get this to the courts and, more importantly, the wider public, this is the industry that's going to be spreading across your country, and these are the sort of things that happens. They pumped a lot of the toxic and poisonous material straight into canals in Manchester. That's where they dumped it.
The residents of Holes, the local villagers that live here, support what we're doing and have been sending us letters of encouragement because we have highlighted serious safety concerns here, serious contamination issues.
We're logging down all the violations, we're catching all the spillages, anything that they do wrong, we're seeing it. And hopefully, with the environmental monitoring system, we have got a chance with what we're doing at West Newton of stopping fracking.
My God. You can't even see the crane. This stuff is spewing out.
Direct action was not the answer this time. The severity of the situation dictates that we have to try a different way, a different approach. And the only way we can do that was by monitoring what was happening out here.
I mean, that's well underway, as you can see. That's a pretty full compound full of people working and moving about. And that's just the first of many, and there's going to be springing up left, right and centre.
The message I'd give to every local community out there that has fracking about to start or has started is support your local protectors. No fracking direct action campaign, no resistance to fracking will ever work without the support of the locals.
The overwhelming importance might not be that we have hundreds of people on the front line. The overwhelming importance is that these small communities oppose the next place that the drilling licences are applied for.
In 70 years' time, ice caps will melt and then we'll all be screwed. But it's in 70 years, so we're not really panicking. This is in 5 years.
On your bike, education is the key. Money's not priority. Label food like it should. Use hempcrete instead of wood. Wake up people nationwide, don't let them frack our countryside. It's just shaking me, you know, it's them cameras, mate.